Hey, God bless you. Welcome back to ECPGencat.com. This is Sarai Rosado, and this is day 15. It's a Sunday morning, January 20th, 2013. I want to congratulate you guys for making it this far. Most of you are getting ready to go to your worship service at church, and I ask and I pray to the Lord that you may be blessed in this service. Today I want to speak to you about encounter. What is an encounter? And encountering the Lord. And I want to let you guys know that if you haven't had an encounter just yet, pray in this last week that this week may not pass without you being able to have that encounter with the Lord, have that personal experience. And maybe you're asking, what is an encounter? So I went ahead and looked it up for you, and Webster's Dictionary defines it as a meeting between hostile factions or persons, a sudden, often violent clash. The dictionary.com, if you look it up as well, it defines it as a meeting of persons or groups that are in conflict or opposition, combat, or battle. Now, when you encounter God's holiness or God's will over your life, it's probably going to create a clash in you. You're going to think, I can't do it. It's too big for me. It's too high for me to reach. But I want to tell you that if God gave it to you, that means that He gave it to you and it's already accomplished. It is already fulfilled. It is already done. So once He's given it to you, although it may seem like it's impossible for you to get it or to attain it, I want to encourage you and remind you that it will come to pass. And if we look at God's encountering or people in the Bible that encountered God's holiness, we can see how Adam and Eve, the encounter that they had with God caused them to hide in the garden in Eden. It caused Moses to hide his face at his presence when he was in front of that burning bush. It also caused John's body to tremble when he was in his mother's womb. If you guys remember, when Mary came to his mom, it says that John started trembling in the womb. And also, if you look at the book of Revelation, John just drops as though he was dead because he encountered God's holiness. It also caused Peter to run out crying bitterly after he felt that penetrating gaze from the holy God once he denied Jesus 3 times. It also caused Job's accusations to turn to admiration when he was going through his issues and his problems. And just an encounter produces a change. It must produce a change. If you don't change after the encounter with the Lord, then it really is not an encounter. It's a meeting of two things, and it's often violently clashing. So therefore, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna shake you up a little bit, but it has to. Don't be afraid of that encounter, because that encounter is what's gonna allow you to push forward, to continue going, to change drastically. Sometimes I think back and I'm like, wow, I have really come a long way, and I never thought then that I would be the way I am now. But here I am, and I have changed, and I can tell you by experience that if you allow the Lord to have an encounter with you, you will be a different person. So I ask you that you may pray this last week, Lord, please give me an encounter with you. Allow me to change. Allow me to attain your will and attain whatever it is that you have for me. And I guarantee that by the end of this fast, you will have that encounter with the Lord, because there's a promise: seek and you shall find. So I ask you guys to please seek Him in this last week more than ever. Love you in the love of Christ. Leave a comment. Hope this bless you. God bless.